All right, we're back. All right, so let's get a new texture for the floor. I was thinking of something like this, like some kind of like rocky texture. I'm gonna make it a, let's see, okay. Okay, my OBS just crashed. Super strange. I think we're back now. Okay. All right, today I'm having some technical issues for sure. Oh my god. Let's check. Okay, I think we are back. Nice. Okay. Strange day today. Okay, let's try to get this one, but before I need to just bake it super quick and give it a triplanar filter, so it's a tilted, not tilted, but it's a tileable one. Okay, now this one, let's just get a triplanar. Double check. That's how it's going to tile. And I'm just gonna export this. Yeah, let's just export it there. Yeah, I need to create some height maps. That would be nice. Create some height maps for the vertex painting materials. Okay, I'm just gonna get the color for now. let's bring this back to Unreal. Rename it so it's nicely renamed. And I'm gonna just create a material. Is the chat working? I think it is.
Plus.
Okay. Okay. Nice, I fixed the window issue that I had. Okay, let's see how this looks. I'm gonna go to modeling. UVs, project UVs. Box, and I'm gonna reset. That's too small. Let's try something like 500 on all the axes. Okay. $250. I think that's nice. That looks cool. Let's see what else. I'm having this issue. These are not tiling. Okay, I guess we need to make them triplanar.
Is this whole building is a single actor or separate objects?
Hey, what's up? This is it's made of modular pieces to be able to create different variations like this one. And I'm testing materials right now, trying to see what looks good, what approach are we going to take. So I started making like specific materials for each piece using Substance Painter and baking the material, but then I think that probably we're gonna stick to triplanar and vertex painting, because that way we can use less texture maps. And we also going for like a stylized style, so I think it's a little better. I was getting too it was getting too detailed when using the other method. So I think this is nice. Still need to work on the bevels and add more detail on that. I'm gonna have hopefully I will get some art direction a little bit later to see where we going with this.
Looks good, thumbs up.
I appreciate it. Also, I want to create more textures with height maps, so we can use them for the triplanar. I mean, for the vertex painting. Here, well, I can try maybe adding some. Yeah, let's make a copy of this just in case. And let's name it beveled. So let's see how I like how the bevel system works in Unreal. Gonna place it here and see how this might look with a bevel. I'm gonna go to modeling and get the vertices, I mean the edges. Here we have some extra edges that I don't need, so I think I can probably get rid of those. Okay, that's nice. Let's select, I think maybe all of them, but not these ones. Yeah, we don't need those ones or those ones for the bevel. What we do need, no, actually we do need these ones and these ones. Basically those two interior ones we don't need. Now I'm going to go to edge bevel and make it very small, maybe 1. That's kind of nice. Just gives that little bevel there. Maybe 2 is too much. Let's try 1. Accept. Now we have that beveled. I want to see how this looks here. Just gonna replace it right there. Okay. Since this is a modular, we need this thing to be flat in there. Well, not really. We can have like this. It will be very obvious where the divisions are, but might look nice. Actually, let's see how this connects with this other one. If I go here and I change this, it looks kind of nice. It gives me this kind of like detail there. Another thing I need to change is going to modeling UVs, project UVs. I need to project UVs in a box and make it proportional, maybe 500. Getting a super weird stretch. Okay, I just need to double check the proportional option because it kind of like bugs out sometimes. Okay, I think that's kind of nice. Let's accept. And I'm working on a 45 angle. Actually, let's change that. Let's lock this group and rotate it back to the center.
What are you doing? I arrived now.
Hey, how's it going? I'm testing materials for these buildings, trying to figure out what workflow are we going to use. For these pieces here. Yeah, that kind of works. I think that's not a triplanar material. Let's see. Group unlock. Building wood. I know, I think it's just a normal material. So I'm going to do the same with this. I'm just gonna bevel things up a little, but I'm gonna make a copy because we might need that copy later. Then I'm going to go to model, poly edit, select. We don't need that, actually, this piece here. I'm gonna delete that edge. And I'm gonna get all of them. I think that's good. And I'm gonna go to bevel and get just one. Yeah, I think that's nice. The issue with this door is that I need to make it a little bit wider. So I'm going to, let's see, select this, and it's on a tilted angle. So maybe just scaling. Yeah, just by scaling a little bit. And to the sides, and I will probably need to change the pivot point, or I can just edit from here. That won't change the pivot point. Just gonna move it a little bit without snapping. Okay. Is that too much? Something like this. And then that will keep the pivot point where it needs to be, so it snaps. And here I can scale it just a tiny bit. Just to cover that gap there. Okay. Well, it's okay. I'm gonna change the pivot point, so because I'm scaling from that side, it's not gonna cover this area. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. The only thing I need to do now is X-form, bake, transform. I'm just gonna bake the scale, not the rotation. And I'm going to change the pivot point to this location, so it snaps to the door. I think C, the height value is the same, but let's just copy it anyways. Nice. So now, if I push this, copy this location and paste it, it should go back to place. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it looks way better with those little bevels. Unfortunately, this is too sharp. It will be nice to see if we can actually get it a little bit softer. The same, I'm just gonna rename these. Make a copy, call it bevel. Replace the mesh. And get a super small bevel. And we can probably edit this one so it ends a little bit closer here. Without snapping, something like that, like this. And it needs a little just a UV map. Gonna rotate it a little bit to see if I can get those fibers going to another direction, like this. Okay, that's cool. Let's get this one. Gonna replace it. Get all the edges, bevel them. Go to UVs, project a box, reset the dimensions, go to 500, reset the proportional dimensions, and rotate a little bit so we get the fibers going on that direction. We're gonna get them vertical here. It's okay. Okay, and that gives me that kind of look. Well, it looks kind of nice. And I think we have one more piece to go, and then we can just replace them. I think this one is part here. Yeah, just start it. Let's get this one. replace that one. Oh, we got a bunch of edges here that I don't need, so yeah, let's just get rid of those. Then this one also I don't need. Okay, let's get all this. Okay, nice. Just bevel once. Is it actually beveling? Nope. Something. I think I is. Okay, I see what's going on. I need to go to attributes, generate polygroups from face normal deviation, so I get that polygroup. Oops, nicely there. Now I should be able to bevel on all the sides. Nice. Okay. It's nice because the bevel in Unreal, it's kind of like it. Okay, I'm missing this one. It gets the same kind of like distance on all edges. It's not like other programs that is like proportional to the distance between edges. So it's kind of like easier to get like proportional bevels. I think Blender also has an option for this that works pretty similar. But in Maya, beveling is a little different. Again, just UVs, project UVs. Okay, that's cool. Nice. So now we can start replacing those. Let's move this a little bit to the side. Okay. I'm gonna replace this one and this one and this one with the beveled version. Nice. And then I'm going to replace the C shapes. Or is this the L shape? No, this is the L, just for the door. I'm going to replace the C. This is another L, which we probably need an AC here. Yeah, so this is... Oh, wait. Beveled. Okay, yeah, I think I haven't done the C shape. This is the one I need. Okay, let's get it here. Let's get the model poly edit, and let me just clean up these edges here that I used because I needed to measure a distance, but couldn't figure out how to get it otherwise. Okay, let's get that one off, that one off. Okay. I think after doing this, I should probably just recalculate the polygroups. Generate polygroups, maybe from quads. Oh, it keeps remembering those. Okay, I think that works. Now if I select all these edges, I just need to get rid of these two. And these two so I can bevel. Only the external edges. Nice. Then I just need a quick UV map.
It's starting to look so good.
Hey, lighting. Yeah, this is really not the. I mean, I'm just testing, cause most likely this is not going to be approved. Probably it's not gonna be approved by the art director. So I'm just testing, trying to figure out what are we going to use. Okay, let me see. I have this one. No, this one is not the beveled one. Is this one? Yes, let's replace all the other ones. Which is kind of nice as well, because I'm kind of like pushing the project forward. I'm kind of like asking the questions like, hey, are we going to do this or that? How are we going to approach this? So I'm kind of like pushing the project forward, I think, which is nice. Let's see. Okay.
Do you guys have a large development team?
No, it's very small. It's just Ryu, who is the kind of like the head of the project. Then we got two other programmers that are not full-time, right? There you go, that's what I wanted to do, close it here. And it's me, and there's another friend of Ryu who is helping with the lore of the game. So he's like helping with the story and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty small, and it's all being financed by Ryu. Let's replace all of these. Pieces with the beveled one. I don't see the bevel. Okay, there it is. Kind of hard to see. Now we have an issue here because this piece goes into the other one, so we need to modify it a little bit. We can probably make this one smaller, or maybe just make this vertical one smaller. Yeah, probably the vertical one. It's tilted though, so it's gonna maybe give me issues.
Hello, brother, I am your cub.
Hey, yeah, I remember you from the other streams. How is it going? Here, let's see. I cannot just scale it down. Maybe I can try to. I cannot push it down because I will get the. It's not pushing into the object direction, but the world direction. I can always just push down and adjust a little bit. This one can be a little bit bigger as well. Yeah, let's try to maybe push it somewhere here. And this one, I'm gonna get all of these. But something like that. It doesn't need to be 100% perfect. Now we have the same. And this one I think will be pushed up a little bit. We're having the same issue here. Okay, so I think I'm going to change that. Maybe just a little bit. This one. Yeah, but like making this texture test, I think is very nice because it will give like, it will move the project forward. It's like, oh, I like this, no, I don't like that, and it will give us a better idea of what the textures, what kind of textures are we gonna use. For example, I was trying to add some detail in ZBrush for the wood pieces, and it ended up looking very strange, like almost like rock. So I was like, no, that doesn't work. We need more like a plank, like these kind of like straight shapes. And then the other texture I was using was definitely not working. It was too noisy, too much detail. So I'm very happy that I found this one. Here the wood fiber is too small, so I'm going to make it 500. Like that. Also, I think this one is not using the texture. Oh, no, that's not the one. And we are having some issues here. You see all these little things? That's what I'm testing for. Definitely this material, we cannot have it on these edges because it really doesn't work. It cannot change angle because the way the material is set up, it's not gonna work like that. This is the material that I want to have here. There you go, nice. Is the grain, yeah, I think it's the same size. Yep, I think I have it on almost all the windows. Cool. Nice. This bevel is a little bit too sharp. Oh, you see how things move? That's part of the vertex painting material, and I don't really like that, how things just kind of like it's very hard to notice at this distance, but things kind of like it is that parallax effect, and I'm not very happy with that. It's going to be very hard to notice. For the bricks, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense for this other wall. I want to find this, and I want to make a copy, and I'm gonna call it. Yeah, definitely. The material, it's a two-layer material, so we can definitely separate that. Just need to go into the material graph and deal a little bit with that. Here, this is very interesting because for this tile right here, I want bevels. I'm gonna hide this one for now. For this tile, I want bevels on these two sides, but not on this other one, so it can like connect very nicely. So model, poly edit, I want to get this beveled. That's a super small bevel. I think we can go a little bit. That's maybe too much. let's keep it small like that. And it's only on these sides. Okay, let's see. And it will keep this other side flat, so it connects nicely with the rest. Let's see if this works. I'm going to make a test right here. Oh, this snaps differently. This actually snaps, I think, every 10 units. Because this floor is different from the other one. And I think actually this goes here. Oof, maybe it doesn't snap to 10. Ooh, yeah, this floor is very specific because I got this floor basically divided by 4, so it's the tilted floor, and this is the tilted ceiling. So we are actually changing the amount. I mean, we're getting off grid basically. Let me see what's going on here. I guess this one goes like this. I think maybe just making one floor, or wow, things are starting to get complex when you get into like the bevels and details. Okay, we have these 2 bevels, but these ones are flat. So we're gonna basically, we need to transform this. I mean, flip it on. Is it X? No, I think it's Y. And that way, I will be able to get bevels here, but not in the center. And the texture definitely. Okay, we are getting a lot of repetition, so we're gonna change this to a triplanar texture. And this one needs to go here and be flipped on X. And we are missing, I guess this is 1 unit, probably 1 unit.
Hello. I like your aesthetic. Do you have any videos on how you get your lighting the way you do? My lighting always looks terrible.
We are using ultra dynamic sky. It has some changes, especially the clouds and stuff. We have like stylized clouds, but I think besides that, it's pretty much UDS, the ultra dynamic sky plugin. Yeah, Unreal Engine. That's what I really like about Unreal Engine. Like it's very nice for lighting. But yeah, I recommend that plugin a lot. You can really get some very good lighting very fast. Let's see if I can push this one. No, I think.
Okay. I read in some Discord one time someone said UDNS was not very performant. But I didn't look into what the person was saying any further.
Well, it really depends because UDS has like a lot of options. Like you can make like thunderstorms and snow and like it has a lot of options. It's super cool for that. But definitely for performance, I guess it needs to. No, I'm gonna actually modify the mesh. Yeah, it's a little bit heavy if you're gonna use all those features. It really depends on what game you're trying to make. Because if you are going for performance, like I'm not sure if you're like going for realism and stuff. That's something to look for. Actually, I'm gonna modify this one. I'm gonna get these vertices snapped to this. And this one here. I think it's gonna overlap maybe 1 centimeter. It's gonna go 1 centimeter or 2 into each other, which is not a big deal. Okay, nice. Now I would like this texture to be triplanar. Hey. So let's try to get the triplanar texture. Gonna use this one as a base.
I'm doing multiplayer persistent world medieval. If I get my locking system set up, LOL. Oh, this is vertical gang.
The vertical gang. Again, I'm getting things open on another Wii on the same tab.
Yo.
Hey, that's not supposed to happen. I changed the option on the editor. Now this one opens in a new tab, but the other one opens here. That's very strange. Okay, I'm gonna look for the master material right here. I'm gonna copy this one. And I'm gonna make it here. I'm gonna call it M Stone Floor Tileable. And here I will just change the texture. I'll open it here for people who are looking at the horizontal. Yep, let's just get it here and plug it there. The colors are going to be a little bit dark, but we're gonna change that with an instance. Right click, create instance. This should be let's name things properly. This should be MM from material master, and this should be MI from material instance. That's something that we need to be more mindful about, naming conventions, because it's kind of hard to work with different naming conventions. Okay, now that I have the instance, let's get this instance placed in here, and we should not get this repetition anymore. Great. Now I want to change the color a little bit of the material instance. enable gradient color overlay. Oh, that's interesting. We have some stuff set up here. Diffuse color. So if I go black and white, let's make it a little bit darker. Oh, it's not updated in real time. There you go. Something like this. And we could probably change this material scale by 2. Let's make it a little bit more tileable. Oh, it's the other way around. Divided by 2. Do I get... I think that's nice. We need to divide by 512 the way we have it set up. Okay, nice. So I got this. And it has nice bevels on the edges, but not in the center. And it's gonna tile very nicely. I can tell the repetition, like that's why we probably need to make it also vertex painting.
I made an iron scope today with Blender and Substance Painter. I'm proud of myself, yeah.
Iron stove, nice. That's very cool. I'm gonna delete this floor. Actually, no. Let's cancel this because I wanna do this differently. I wanna keep this one so I can get that location and paste that there. Now I can delete this one. And now I can use this location. Probably I'm gonna hide this one. Oh, I can't wait for these buildings to be super nicely textured and everything. But we are working on it, little by little. Little by little. I'm gonna paste it here, and now I should be able to snap every 10 units right there. Does it give me that gap any? I think we don't get that gap any longer. Nice. I think it goes like 2 centimeters into the other piece, but it's fine. As long as you use triplanar textures, it's very hard to notice, I think, because the texture does not repeat. It kind of like goes. So you can really hide that. Copy, paste. Let's take actually this roof away. We need to make a triplanar for the roof as well.
No textures.
Hey MG, how is it going? Yeah, I've been testing a lot, making a lot of oh, I see, from the interiors it looks great, but I'm missing this piece right here. Little details that you realize until you really go deep into it. Okay, let's fix that thing. Yeah, I'm testing a lot of different materials and workflows. These days have been very, very interesting. It's a little bit more of a experimentation live stream. Oh, what is this? And this? I thought these pieces were changed by something with a bevel. Let's get this one changed here. Okay, no, this is... Why is it not... Oh, it is beveled. It is beveled. It's just it doesn't look like it from this light angle. Oh, that's funny. That's the effect that I want to actually accomplish with the ZBrush. Just getting those edges like little bit chipped off, so you get like a different kind of like lighting information, because here is just a straight edge. It's very kind of boring and clean. So the other workflow, it's very nice, but it requires sculpting. It requires you going there and chipping those edges off. So that's probably what I wanna talk about with Ryu. I wanna say like, hey, are we doing this workflow, or are we just keeping things very blocky and just playing with materials? Because he doesn't want to use normal maps to have.
Normal map.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. He doesn't want to use normal maps for our props, because he wants to keep things very like stylized, very hand painted, which is fine, but I believe that if we're gonna go that route, we will need some sculpting. We will definitely need to use sculpting for this. If not, it's gonna be very hard to get that nice detail. You can fake it with textures, but light is just not gonna bounce the right way. It's not gonna look very, very sweet when you get up close. So that's something that we need to take in consideration. Okay, let's modify this other piece. This one. We need an interior piece from this. I can probably just try something like this.
Oh, I see. So just albedo. Or sculpting the mesh physically.
That's what I thought initially that we were going to do. Just sculpt the mesh basically, and color information. Basically, that's what I thought we were going to do. But it turns out that I think he wants to keep things more blocky. But I'm not exactly sure. To be sincere, what's going to be the workflow. So I hope we can have a meeting today and discuss all those topics. Yeah, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to be testing these things. Okay, here I'm gonna create the interiors for this, because we do want to have interiors. Oh, what? You see that effect? Oh, that's super strange. No, that parallax effect, we cannot have that. Oh, no, we cannot really have that. And this piece, no, we don't.
As long as the art style is consistent, this looks totally fine though.
Yeah, and that's what I want to discuss with Ryan.
Normal is split.
No, it's not the normal. We have a parallax effect for the bricks, and that's actually happening on the wall itself. So you get this super weird moving texture with the camera. Oh, what the... Oops. Oh my god. I modified the original mesh. Oops. Control B. Bevel. I want this one. This is the interior one. And I want this.
Parallax effect.
It is like how to explain it. It's, let's say it is like an image that is attached to the camera, so it's able to give you like a 3D illusion of meshes. but parallax by itself, it has another meaning as well, where like, you know, when I don't know if you've seen like those platformers where you are walking and there's like 3 layers and they move at different velocities from the camera, so it gives the idea that there's something behind. So it's not one background, you have like 3 layers.
Inside of the building in Spider-Man game.
Yes, basically, that's a great example. Actually, lighting was talking about it. That's a great example. It gives you that illusion that it's another plane in there. So that's how these bricks work. It gives the illusion that they have depth, but they're actually flat. It's very.
I see, thanks for explaining. Smiley face.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I explained it the right way, but it's a way you can like basically create an illusion from 2D to 3D. Okay, here I'm going to basically, let's get this going. I'm gonna just delete these ones because we don't need those. Just need to focus on the bottom one. This one goes here, and this one goes here, right there. Nice, and okay, cool. Now we have the interior piece. And we can combine the interior piece with the exterior piece, because actually we don't need to have 2 of them. This can be combined, no problem. Just need to add the right material to this and just make the UV mapping again, which we could probably reuse. I'm gonna go box 500, check and uncheck proportional dimensions, because you kind of like need to reload that, and that's fine. Okay, cool. Now we have the interior piece. Now what I would like to do is combine these 2 pieces together. So let's go X form merge, and it says write to new object. No, I want to write this to the last input. So let's click 1, 2, last input, handle inputs, delete inputs. I think it's gonna delete the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Nice. And now I have only 1 piece that looks like this for the interior and the exterior, and for the top part. And this should be able to snap here if I come and paste. Nice, cool. And if I modify this one, I think all the other ones got modified as well. Perfect, nice. Sweet. Now we have the interiors of this. Control H. Let's get these other ones hidden. I'm thinking for this we need a parallax, not a triplanar texture.
Could you show me the viewport with mesh wireframe view if you don't mind? I want to see how mesh looks.
Yeah. We are inside Unreal, so things are a little bit, let's see if I can hide some stuff, so it's easier to look at. So we have, it's all triangulated. Yeah, this is probably not the greatest example, and it's kind of hard to look at. I need to show you the mesh in Maya so you can check. Yeah, it's all triangulated. Oh my god, it doesn't really. This other one, it has less topology, less polygons, but it's also all triangulated. Yeah, it's kind of hard to to see the
Mesh looks pretty dense.
yeah, it's because it's triangulated. Like you see all the diagonal lines. You see all the diagonals. That's the triangulation that Unreal does to meshes. Because we want to vertex paint, so we need to have enough vertices. That's the thing. If not, you won't be able to get these details through vertex painting. You can get them through baking specific textures on the mesh.
I see.
So that's the whole discussion that I'm planning on having. Like, what's the best actual workflow for this? If we're gonna use vertex painting, we're gonna need more dense meshes. There's no escape from it. You need enough vertices to be able to paint on meshes. You don't need that much, but you need enough. And if we are gonna use vertex painting, so might as well just use sculpting and get those nice details in there. You see, because if we are gonna go super low poly approach, so then we need to use normal maps, and we need to use all the trickery that an optimized kind of like low poly model should go with. So that's the whole kind of like discussion that we need to have. Like I do want to use vertex painting. I think we can get some very cool things with vertex painting, but again, I think that I believe the best workflow is going to be vertex painting on very dense meshes that we can sculpt using ZBrush or Unreal. So we can like chip off the edges and like get that nice like detail on things, and then add vertex painting to it and stay away from baked textures that are unique to each mesh, because that will make the texture we will need to use a lot of different specific textures and a lot of maps that come from a Substance Painter or any other texturing program. So you will need your ORM, your occlusion roughness metallic map, your normal map, and your color map. It's gonna be 3 specific images per object, instead of just using one tileable texture that we can repeat. One triplanar texture that you can just repeat for all walls, for all wood.
It makes more unique textures.
And there's the discussion, like there's the thing, because like if you plan your triplanar textures very well, and you have maybe, I don't know, 5 different materials, you can get a lot of variation, like a lot. And since this is going to be a stylized game, I don't know if we really need to go into baked substance textures, because that's more for like realistic games. We can still go stylized, but I think this is the workflow that most games uses, and that's what we need to figure out. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm really trying to wrap my head around to see what are the best options For example, this texture here is just color. It has nothing else. It's just color. It looks like it's sculpted or has some geometry, but it's just a flat plane. So that works very nice there. So yeah, it's I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out and make the necessary test to see. What do you mean? My stone. Okay, let me duplicate this one.
The floor looks pretty good.
Yeah, the floor is just a single color texture. It has nothing else. Right here, just one texture. So you can really get away with just painting the meshes, you know. So I totally get the idea of not using normal maps. I totally understand that. I think we can get away with most of it. But now the question is, are we gonna sculpt the meshes or we are not going to sculpt them? Because I think we need to. If we sculpt the meshes and we use vertex painting, I think we can really come up with something very nice. I think that's probably the best. Which also will require significant work. Just to chip those edges a little bit. I should call this triplanar textures. Trying to keep my folder organized with all the naming and stuff. So I don't get confused. And this one is gonna use another color texture, which I just come here and replace with this one right there. Takes a little bit of time to save. And then this one, I make an instance, and this instance I apply to this. It gets another color because it's going through a diffuse color. So I need to basically adjust a little bit the color, make it a little bit more like that. Okay, that goes a little bit better, and now we don't have that repetition. I see some repetition, but it's minimal. And then I have a little gap. Again, I'm having a little tiny gap that I'm going to fix. Just by going to modeling and trying to snap these with control to the edge. Right there. Hopefully that will close the gap. We will have maybe 1 centimeter going into the other one, but okay, let's see. And that fixes the gap. Cool. Now this with vertex painting, I think is gonna get very nice. So far we have 2 layers on our vertex painting material, but it will be super nice to have 3 layers. which is a little bit more complex. I've used a material setup like that before, and it gets a little tricky because then you have like 3 height maps, and like yeah, it's kind of confusing. But I think that could be a nice solution. Yeah, I'm preparing this little mesh right here to see. So we can also add the triplanar here and probably add it there. We have some color difference here, which I shouldn't be doing this. Everything should be using the same vertex painting one. Oh, that.
What does it look like with the player character next?
Let me see. The issue is that the player character is a little bit far away. Let me push this. we cannot play from here in this project because it has a like location based. It's like it has a save system for the location, which works with these statues. So let me place the statue somewhere here. And also we need to go Control H and see if there's nothing else hiding the thing. Let's see, let's go group lock. Is that part of the group? Let me push it a little bit more like here. Nice. And let's change the player location. Also, I don't have the ability to fly with the character now, so it takes a little bit of time to to move around and for the project to play. For some reason, it's taking longer than before. That's another thing I would like to see. Okay, come on, Unreal, you can do it. That's a good question. Like, why is it taking so long to play on the scene? Wow. Maybe no, I hit the play button. Okay, wow, it takes almost 1 minute, I think, to be able to play. Oh.
Because there's a bunch of meshes that aren't merged together and your computer's rendering all.
Yeah, I that makes sense. Let me save this substance file super quick. Stone test. Substance Painter also makes my computer very laggy, even though yeah, there's a lot of meshes and that makes it slower. There's also a lot of level instances, and there's also a lot of like this one. Maybe we need to get less of these little sticks in there, but I think, wow, this town is gonna look super nice. Also, this walk cycle is a little robotic. I like the foot placement on the ground, but it feels a little robotic. But it's okay. It's being worked on. yeah, I think that with a very nice brick texture, the plaster texture, and a third layer just to add some dirt. I mean, some kind of like, make it a little, um, like a little dirt layer.
Great guy, LOL.
Yeah, it's super shiny for some reason. uh, yeah, its character is very cool. Like the armor and the weapons are very very nice, and the NPCs are very cool. I like the style that we are going for. Um, but yeah, I think it's coming together. These bevels are definitely not so nice. These bevels definitely not so sweet. That's something that I need to think, because just keeping it straight.
Is Vaseline dead?
Yeah, this I mean, I don't really care about these sharp edges here. It kind of looks more clean, looks a little nicer. It looks blocky.
You should be in the game as some Easter egg NGL.
It's probably the character shader that is lagging the whole thing. No, I'm joking. He's too reflective. It's like Unreal. It's like, no, dude, this is taking too much performance. But yeah, let's see. Oh, now the light dies out very quickly. Yeah,
LMAO.
this this bevel I'm not very happy with. I think I'm gonna make a copy, and I'm going to try to sculpt that in Unreal to see. Oh, we are missing an edge on the top. Oh, I need to do that. A little wood edge on the top of the interiors. That will look super nice. And also the color looks
You have a fairy that follows the player.
a fairy that follows the player. A fairy. What do you mean? I kind of want this color to be a little bit more saturated. But yeah, wow, it's been like nice testing. I think that I'm testing almost all the little things that I wanted to test. I want to get this wall and duplicate it and call it a remeshed sculpted. And I want to make that test. I want to see if I can get those edges a little bit nicer.
Like the light, it looks like Tinkerbell but without wings.
Oh, okay, fairy. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like magic creatures that like very small magic creatures that fly around. I'm not exactly sure what that light is supposed to be. I'm not sure if it's like something magical or it's just like a way for the character to be able to see at night, or if it's just like a level kind of like level testing tool, so you can get light when there's no light, which is very convenient, like walking around your level. And yeah, this texture looks very cool. Not the bricks are not so cool. I think we can probably make a better brick texture. Okay, let's see what happens if I come here and I go to model, remesh. mesh, remesh, and it's gonna give me a bunch of little triangles to play with. It's okay. We're gonna like.
What if you added a noise texture to the plaster?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with this. Like as long as I understand, like we don't wanna use normal maps, but to the plaster we do need to add another layer of dirt. That will be very cool to get it on the edges. That'll be very, very nice. Maybe we can add. Yeah, that's the thing. I have so many questions on what is the workflow that we're going to go with, because I think I deleted the other textures I had here. I still have them, but not in the project, where I had baked textures from Substance Painter, so you get like dirt all around the little crevices and stuff, but it looks very realistic. It looks very kind of like dirty, very noisy, let's say, and we want to go with something more clean. But still, I think another layer of dirt, just a little bit on the edges, will definitely help. But I think that Ryu was right on that it was getting too realistic, too noisy, and we need to keep things more stylized. That's probably what I realized during this test, that I was going too realistic with the textures, too much detail, and we need to make it more stylized. Let's see here. Deform, vertex sculpt, dynamic sculpt. Let's go dynamic and see if I can get some edge, especially this thing. I want to see if I can get some of these. We have a bunch of brushes here. Let's see. Maybe the flatten brush. That starts. And I think we need a little bit more geometry. Again, we're gonna end up with so much. That looks cool, but still looks very low poly. Let's cancel this, and I'm going to go to remesh, just testing out, and let's just add a bunch of geometry. Let's try bunch of little triangles. Let's go crazy with this, then we can like just decimate a little. That's kind of nice. Let's see if I can modify this a little. Still, I'm not getting that. Super smooth sculpting that I used to get. I'm not sure if it is. The options I'm using, or
How do you shade smooth in Unreal?
that's the thing with game engines. That's a really big topic for sure. You cannot shade smooth. You can make your normals. I'm not sure if Unreal has that option. Actually, we should probably test it. But in Maya, you can, and in Blender, you can make normals shade smooth, and you can import those smoothing groups to Unreal. But it really, it doesn't really work like in other programs. You need to basically add enough geometry for something to look round. That's a very deep topic. That's something that got me very confused when I started using Unreal. I was like, I want to make it smooth, like, you know, like any other 3D program.
I've never modeled stuffs in Unreal, so I don't know if you can smooth shade in Unreal or not.
It's not gonna be like Blender or Maya. It's not like you can get a visualization, like a smooth visualization. You basically need to add more geometry to it, or import smoothing groups, which are like smooth normals that make they blend out the harsh faces. As long as I understand, but definitely it's a topic I would like to learn more about. Because if I go here and I smooth this out, it smooths the thing, but it just adds a lot of more geometry, like a lot. It's not like a fake visualization, kind of like in Blender or Maya, where you can turn the visualizing mode to smooth and then bring it back. No, it kind of like bakes it in on top.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's why I understand. Let's see what happens if I go flatten. Oh, this one works more like I thought. Not really happy with these results. I think let's try something different. I'm gonna go to groups, unlock, and I'm going to copy this one, which is the unbeveled version. And I will try just to make a super smooth bevel. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna go Control B, Control D to duplicate this one, and I'm going to push it into the art test folder. And here okay, I want to make sure that I'm gonna call this beveled Mhm. Okay, now I'm gonna try something different here, just making sure that this is the beveled one, so I don't modify the original. Okay, here this is probably a better approach. Now I'm gonna get these edges and I'm gonna get these edges, but I don't want the interior, so let's get them off. Is it this one? Okay, for some reason it's not allowing me to deselect those. Oh, okay, sweet. Is it this one? There you go, deselected. Now we're gonna go and do a super smooth bevel. Subdivisions 2, subdivisions 3. I think 2 is good. Now we can add another one. Probably not. Yeah. We have some issues here. Round. We can change the roundness. A lot like in Blender. Not very nice. And here we have some issues. Oh, you get, oof, these super sharp things going on here. Oof. I think I won't be able to get that until I get the attributes. You see all these, oof, we have super problems there. Okay, let's try another approach.
Do you have the problem on packaging a project?
Packaging always gives problems. It's not like almost 100% probable that it's not gonna work on the first try. Yeah, packaging is a very difficult thing. I don't I haven't packaged so many projects. I usually work with other people who know more about those topics, but most of the time, like we get issues when packaging. It's very common. It's always nice to set some time for it. Why am I getting this line here? That's super strange.
Package early, package often.
Hey Zero, how is it going? Yeah, packaging is definitely tough, very tough.
Our Game Jam project, which was first project, got packaging problem on the last min. And it says unknown error.
Yeah,
If you would like to avoid packaging issue, you need to try packaging it every day so when you finally finished your project, you're gonna have less problem to package it.
yeah, it's hard to know what causes the problem.
I found a glitch in Matrix.
It's that's the funny thing about it. Like it's really hard to know what's causing the issue. Like you add one plugin or you change something, you modify a blueprint, and then it's like boom, error, and you are like, what? You don't know what causes the issue or how to fix it. Yeah. Definitely. It's funny because like you are so excited and you already finished everything and you want to see like the game working, and it's like nope, not yet. It's
I
fun.
make a project and then migrate to another project to package.
I don't know if that's gonna be so easy. That's why having programmers in the team that understand the project very nice. It's very nice because they help with
It was
that.
open last time.
Yeah. I remember I did this project for a UNF Games class. It was a small dungeon crawler, and when I packaged the thing, I had some issues with the UI, and I was like super bummed because it was like, oh, I worked so much in the UI. I had like this super nice kind of like 3D image of a hand, like everything was super nice, and I was like, no, yeah, and I think I don't know if I managed to solve it or not, but
Yeah, especially if you're working on something like Game Jam, that would be the worst nightmare you will stumble upon. Sad face.
okay, let's make a final test with this and. Let's see what happens. You can really tell the triangles. All right, good luck. Yeah, the results are basically the same. Uh, no, this, yeah, the proper way to do this is again like a ZBrush sculpt, super high poly, and then bake it down into a lower poly. To get super nice kind of like edges and stuff. No, no, no. Let's try. Now it looks like bread or something. And let's try to get this simplified. Another thing we could try is smoothing these normals, which we do have some options here, but I think it's probably better to do it on Blender or Maya. Okay, well that was the test. I'm gonna get rid of those. Yeah, this one is not so bad, but no, definitely not. Oh my god, okay. That's a simplified version. Still, no. I was trying to smooth these normals in Maya, but it really looked very strange. Okay, let's get these two deleted. Okay, well, I think that's probably... I think I didn't save the player location. Okay. I think that I made all the tests that I needed to do, and I have a bunch of questions that I want to ask to see how can we move forward with this. Just gonna leave the character in that place. Okay, so we got some collision issues here. Oops. Nice. And we can probably just get I mean, the easiest solution is just to keep it like clean like this, like a clean cut. Without the bevel. It looks a little bit more blocky and stuff, but it's better than this edge right here. Also, that causes issues with the vertex painting for this material specifically.
It's too small. Details look great, but the smallness makes it look off with the style.
Eh,
It needs to be larger. Me thinking face.
the bevel?
Driving. So can't talk face with tears of joy.
Okay, don't worry. Yeah, the bevel, it will be nicer if we have it bigger. Actually, it's too small. You're right. Um, okay. Wow, getting some performance issues. Okay. Let's see if we have some bevels here. No, I think this is just sharp. A little thicker bevel. This looks pretty smooth, pretty nice. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna take a break and think about what's going to be the next step. One thing I would like to check is the parallax effect. I see this goes. I'm probably gonna break this. Here, but let's see. Okay, gonna make a test and apply these changes. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice, I got rid of the parallax. Let's see. Yay, nice. We don't have parallax on the first layer, only on the second. Great. What happens if I connect this here? Oh, I think we can just turn it off from the... I turn it back on. Okay, I know how to turn it off from the master, but I wanna see if I can turn it off from the instance. Parallax main material. I can just turn it off from the instance. That's great. Let's see. Okay, I think it's not doing the parallax anymore. And it's also too shiny. Okay, great. Another thing I would like to check is the color. Color tint, main. That's okay, nice. That's kind of cool. The roughness. Yeah, probably need to change the roughness, but it's okay. That was a good test. Let's just leave it here.
Are you able to recalculate normals on the mesh to fix the bevel? I haven't used the modeling tools in Unreal.
The bevel. No, I haven't used them. I use them to recalculate the tangents, but let's give it a try actually. Yeah, that's a good question. Let's just make a copy. But I think we're gonna make the bevel bigger and try to smooth it in Unreal, in Maya. That could fix it. So here, let's go to modeling tools, attributes, normals, and we can recompute normals, area angle weighting. That's one option. Then we can recompute with another option called angle weighted. Let's see what happens. Don't see much changes. Normals, area angle weighted. Okay, this is another option. Okay, not much difference. A split normal method, use existing topology, face normal threshold. Okay, I'm getting some smoothing right here. Oh, nice. I'm getting some smoothing. That's nice. We have area weighted, angle weighted, and area angle weighted, which I think is the best. This one looks sharp. This one gets a little bit of this, and area, this is nice. I think this is a little bit cleaner. We have use existing topology, use face normal threshold, which is working very nice. Face group ID, it gets the edges, we don't want that. Per triangle, per vertex. No, I think it is face normal threshold, and it gives us an angle. So let's see, it's on 60. Let's try to go 30, 15. 60 is like probably the bend, the blend angle. 90, no, I think 60 is good. Allow sharp vertices. Is that for the corners? Let's see if it makes something. Okay, well, we got a nice. I like these options.
How are you doing today, man?
Hey, good. I've been testing a lot of things for trying to get into the textures and materials, just making a bunch of tests. This one actually looks much better. So we have this one here, which is super sharp, and I don't like this. Also, we have some very strange roughness map that I need to get right. But that's fine. So let's see how this looks in this one. I'm gonna get this material and add it here. A little bit strange. Maybe we can get it a little better with the tangents. Let's see if we can go to tangents. Did I took a screenshot of the options? Oof, I forgot the options. I got it here. Let me take a screenshot just to remember these options. These are the ones that worked out very nice. And let's try tangents to see if we can get some of these shading fixed. Fast make T space, make space, per triangle, copy existing. This is just to visualize. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Yeah, this is just the shadow where it is being interpolated by the angle of the normal, which it's kind of strange how it shades. Let's see how the vertex works on this. Mesh paint, and I think I need to go to RGB channels, paint, and I need to get the green brush. I mean paint green while going into RGB. Let's see. I want to see how it goes here. maybe in the corner. Okay. Even though this mesh is like has a lot of vertices, like it's just enough to get some clean painting. You still need more, but I think that's kind of like the minimum. If not, it's gonna be very rough to paint. All right, let's go to selection and let's see how this works in there. Oh wow, it actually works way better. We get this very weird parallax, very strange parallax that I think I'm gonna turn off. I'm not sure. Is this related to the UVs of this, or is this just triplanar? Huh. Let's actually make a test. What happens if I go modeling UV and just make a box projection uniform? Oh, it does have to do with the UVs. Nice. Now we get a way cleaner. Oh, it gets cut there. Meaning that it's not triplanar. Meaning that this is UV based. So it will be awesome to make this triplanar. So it gets this very nicely, this edge. Well, that's another test. I think that's something that we need to take in consideration if we want to paint in like through windows and gaps like this. It's not gonna allow for a clean transition there unless we make it triplanar. And actually, I think, yeah, let's just test that out just to be 100% sure that I'm actually able to do it. Okay, I'm gonna copy this texture name and I'm going to make a copy of this master material and I'm just going to call it a bricks triplanar.
Oh, is the new textures look fire.
Thank you. We are still trying to figure out what are we going to do for the textures. I'm testing a lot of things, like a lot of things. Hopefully today, a little bit later today, I will have a meeting to see where we're gonna take things. This is like a lot of testing, like just figuring out what we're gonna use for this, which I'm very happy, to be doing these tests, because I'm kind of like pushing the project forward. Because sooner or later we will actually need to go through this process, so might as well just figure this out. Okay, here I'm gonna copy the name of that texture and look for the bricks. Okay, I think it's this one. Now I'm going to make an instance, right click, create material instance, and let's see if this works. It goes around like a triplanar texture should work. Great. That's very, very nice. I think it works also here. Yeah, like a triplanar it's supposed to. So that's good to take in consideration. We need to change that vertex material that we are using to use triplanar so we can get those edges going. All right, so we figured out a couple of things today. Nice. And the texture, I am gonna divide it by 2, the scale, so we get smaller bricks. Let's divide it by 2 again. That's maybe too small. I think that's okay. Yep. And this has no normal, no height. It's just a color texture just to test.
Hi, sir.
Hey, how's it going? So yeah, well, we made some tests. At least we know how to get rid of these super ugly sharp lines, make them more smooth like this, which also, well, not super smooth. We do get some shading issues here, so we haven't solved that 100%. From this side, it works pretty good.
Pro tip, multiplying by a decimal value is cheaper than a divide.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I usually just, when you're typing values and stuff, I just multiply or divide, which like it's just not gonna affect the it's not gonna affect the the performance. It's not like a node that we're gonna have, but yeah, definitely if I divide by 0.5, it will cut it in half. Okay, well, nice. I think I have enough material to showcase the test and to make all the questions that I want to make to see how are we gonna move forward with this.
What are you making? Is that a client project?
I'm working for a video game. We are a small team. There's the art director, the owner of the game, the main head of the project, and there's me. I'm working on the environment, mainly doing the block out, helping with the layout, placing like all these, making all these like buildings and figuring out how things are going to be placed around. And we have other 2 programmers helping with all the code and programming, all the builds, like making sure that things work properly. And now I'm trying to figure out our material and texture workflow. So I'm making like a lot of tests to see what we're going to do for this. Oh, it has no collision. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of questions. Like right now, I'm like, woof. I should probably just write them down before the meeting, so I can like have them on paper and not get distracted. Yeah, Yeah, this cut right there, not so nice. Okay, well, I think gonna take a break, have some food, and maybe, yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this workflow. Hopefully by next stream I should have more information to see how we're gonna continue with this. Yeah, I would like these colors to be more saturated like this. These are a little bit pale. But again, let's that's very good, like all these tests and questions that I have. Okay, last thing, I want to see how this looks here. Yeah, we need to figure out a better way for this model. Okay, well, that's going to be it for now. I do like the floor material. But maybe we're gonna have something different, like tiles or something. That will be nice as well. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.